Okay, so for this video, we're gonna do it a little different. I'm gonna be voicing over, show a little personality, bring some, a little Candace Rose to the tennis videos, and just explain what's going on here. So, first things first, I started off warming up with some figure eights. If you ever watch tennis, then you know it's played in all directions. So yeah, I started off with front and back movements, and then I moved over and did lateral figure eights, and I did about 5 sets. I think I did 30 seconds or a minute on. Yeah, I did a minute on, 30 seconds off, and then I did that until I moved on to the next one. Alright, so here I've been working on my swing. If you see from videos and things like that from previous, like, I really need to work on my swing, guys. I do a lot of random swings where I just pop the ball up in the air like a lob, and it's not intentional, even though that's a specialty shot and it could work in certain situations. It's really not, what I prefer. So here I'm working on my forehand, backhand, and I switched it up. So it's the same number of sets and the same timing, so 30 seconds off, 1 minute on. The first set I always alternate because it's an odd number of sets. So I always alternate, and then I do 2 sets of forehand, 2 sets of backhand, and then I move on. Okay, so in this session, I really went to work on my serve and returns. So I started out by warming up those shoulders in all directions, got some rows in. Then I went straight into practicing my toss. I really need to get the toss together, guys. Like, my toss is so inconsistent. I really need to put the ball exactly where I need it so I can time it perfectly and get that power. I can't really start implementing power if my toss is off, so I really need to get that done and consistent. They say that's the most important part of the serve is the toss. So, yeah. After a few practice tosses, I went straight into warming my shoulder up a little bit more, because actually throwing a football, it really imitates the swing of your racket when you're serving. So I did a couple of those, and then I started doing some shadow swings, which, I'm gonna be honest, they don't look that great without the ball. But for the sake of this video, let's really get into what I need to work on with my serve. So it looks like I'm doing the 90-degree angle with my racket. However, I'm not dropping my racket behind my head and therefore putting my elbow straight into the sky. So it's not getting the proper power and movement that I need in order to do a good serve. And then we get the serve I just did. Doesn't really feel like, I'm lacking a little bit of power, and just my form's off. So I really need to work on breaking down the form and doing it in bite-sized motions. So, at my lessons, the number one thing is to make sure I'm making contact with the ball. So that's always the first step. And I would say about 90, 98, 99% of the time I'm making contact with the ball. Except for this one, obviously it's not 100. Sometimes I don't get it at all. My timing's just off, but this is, honestly, I did this the day after we learned how to serve, so this is really my starting point, guys. I'm just really happy I was able to get some hits in and some returns from the wall, because wall ball's not my favorite thing, but we're gonna keep working at it. I do like how I'm very loose on the court, like in terms of moving around, but I just need to work on brushing up on the ball so it comes higher, and just keep at it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.